Okay students, so we are in chapter 16 banking system and topic is deposit creation by the commercial banking system. So here these things I will be explaining you with the help of table where you will come to know about credit creation multiplier, or you can say deposit creation multiplier. So first thing that we need to assume are, so as I told you, to understand this credit multiplier, okay, credit creation multiplier, we need to assume some points. Assumptions is, first is, there are several commercial banks in the country, so we have to assume that there is not only single bank but there are many commercial bank in the country. Second things, each bank maintains a reserve ratio of 10%. So now assume that every bank, they keep reserve ratio 10%. Okay. Third is, the demand for cash by the non-bank public is fully satisfied. This means that if the non-bank public acquire cash, they deposit this cash to a commercial bank in the form of primary deposit. So here whatever amount they are getting, okay, they are indirectly or indirectly they are depositing in the bank. Means whatever amount they are getting, they are the amount, or you can say the people's income, they are depositing in bank. Fourth, each bank tries to give loan equals to its excess reserve. So every bank is what they are doing, they are giving loan which is equal to excess reserve, means after leaving 10% of the total amount. Now fifth is, there is sufficient demand for loans and each bank is able to grant loan up to the excess reserve. So there are so many demand, there is sufficient demand for the loan and every bank, they are giving loan up to the excess reserve. Now the sixth is, the rate of interest charged by the bank while granting the loan remains the same. So here rate of interest will not be changing. So these are the assumptions which we have to assume. Now just suppose that a person has deposited 100 rupees first phase, okay, 100 rupees in bank. Now bank has to keep 10% as reserve, means 10% of 100 is 10, and then it means that bank can give the loan of rupees 90. Now the same person, okay, now the person who took the loan, now second phase, okay, the person who took the loan, okay, now what he did, again he deposited 90 rupees in bank. Now again bank will keep the same 90 rupees, okay, 10% will be for reserve and remaining will give to the next person as a loan. Now again this person will, what this person will do, now again this person will deposit this amount in bank. Again bank will keep what, 10% as reserve, 8.1, and the remaining will give for the loan. Again now in this way it will continue till, okay, till this reserve will become 0. It means that here this cash reserve ratio will be 10% 100, and then primary deposit will be 1000. You might be thinking why it's happening. So there is one formula, okay, credit multiplied is always equal to 1 by reserve ratio. So 1 by reserve means 1 by, what is the reserve ratio, is 10% to 10%. It means 1 by 10 into 100, so it will go, this will come 10 times. It means it shows that the bank can give loan, okay, 10 times more. Means this is 100, primary deposit was 100. It means that bank can give the loan up to rupees 1000 and the cash reserve will be rupees up to 100. So here one thing you have to remember, higher the value of reserve, okay, the smaller will be multiplier. If the reserve ratio will be higher, multiplier will be less. If reserve ratio will be less, multiplier will be higher. Thank you students, I hope you understood this. Still if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.